Good morning, grandkids. It's me, and I'm ready to read with you again today. Are you getting tired of winter yet? If you live in Texas, it's probably not that cold. But if you live in Ohio, it's awfully cold. Yeah, it's cold here in Missouri. It's beautiful weather with all the snow. But today we're going to read The Search for Spring. Do you see Little Bear here? And the cat and the duck? Little Bear is one of my favorite characters from when I was a little girl. So I'm going to read this today with Gabriel and Andrew and Michael and Hayden and Bubba and Sissy. Yeah, Bubby. Bubby and Sissy. And Evangelina and anybody else who wants to watch, okay? Let's get started with The Search for Spring. Little Bear, Duck, and Cat were bored with winter. Can you see all of them? Yeah? Little Bear and the duck and the cat? I want flowers, said Little Bear. And warm sunshine, said Duck over here. It's cold out there, said Cat. Let's go see Groundhog, said Little Bear. If he can't see his shadow, spring is just around the corner. That sounds like a good idea. You think the groundhog can tell him if winter is almost over? And so they were off. Little Bear wore his hat. Duck put on her scarf. Yes, winter was hanging on. It was cold, cold, cold. Look at the snow. Yeah, do you see the snow outside the house? Little Bear pulled his hat down. Duck tightened her scarf, and Cat shivered. They trudged through the snow in search of Groundhog's hole. Little Bear, Duck, and Cat walked and walked. They walked past Owl's tree. Do you see Owl's tree? One of these trees. They walked past the frozen pond. They walked past Hen's house. I see Hen's house. Suddenly, Duck disappeared. Where was she? Why, she was in Groundhog's hole. Duck had found the hole. Good work, Duck, said Little Bear. You see Duck inside the hole? Good work. Little Bear and Cat pulled her out. I wonder what Groundhog thinks of a duck poking into his hole. They could hear a loud noise coming from the Groundhog's hole. Is that thunder? Wondered Duck. Duck looked inside the hole. Groundhog was sound asleep. He was snoring. That's the sound they heard. Do you ever hear snoring? Does Daddy snore? Does Grandpa or Peepaw snore? That's just silly, but they sure can make a lot of noise, huh? Very carefully, Little Bear, Duck, and Cat tried to wake Groundhog. First, Little Bear whispered his name, Groundhog, but Groundhog did not wake up. Cat waved a cookie under Groundhog's nose. That would wake me up. But Groundhog did not wake up. Duck tickled his nose with a feather. Groundhog snuffled and sneezed, but he did not wake up. How would you wake Groundhog up? How do you wake somebody up when you want to wake him up? Do you have a kind way? Duck was out of patience. Wake up, she shouted. That brought Groundhog right out of his hole. Hello, he said. What can I do for you? You can come out to look for your shadow, said Duck. We need spring. Duck is impatient. He's ready for spring right now. Groundhog pulled his shoulders out of his hole. His nose twitched. His teeth chattered. He's cold too. No, he said. It's too cold. And he went back into his hole. Oh, goodness, now what are they going to do? If he won't come out and look for his shadow? Duck lamented. But if Groundhog won't come out, then what about spring? Oh, spring has to come, said Cat. We just won't know when. See the hole? Groundhog's back inside his hole, and they can't get him out. What do you think they should do? Wait, said Little Bear. I've just got to know when. Groundhog, he called down the hole, we all need to know about spring, even you. Why? Groundhog called back. Because, cried Little Bear, the grass will be green. Oh, said Groundhog. I had almost forgotten how pleasant spring can be. Thanks. You may help me out of my hole. Wow, when you talk about the good things about spring, now Groundhog wants to be willing. So everyone pulled, and Groundhog pushed from below, and out he popped. Have you ever seen a groundhog pop out of a hole? You see, Little Bear is holding Groundhog, and the cat's holding on to Little Bear, and the duck's pulling on the cat. And they're all working together like a team. Do you ever work together with your brother to help him? Brr, said Groundhog. Has anyone seen my shadow? They all shook their heads. No shadow? Then spring is on its way. I'll go back to bed now. And Groundhog did so. Dream of green grass, Little Bear called. Okay, was the reply, followed by a snore. Groundhog wasn't very awake, was he? He goes back in his hole and says, forget this. I'm going to wait for spring. Duck asked, is spring coming now? They were all trudging homeward. Look about you, said Little Bear. The snow is melting. The birds are singing. Just look at this little apple tree. Little Bear broke off a small twig with a bud. Oh, he found a twig from the apple tree. Do you see the leaves on the apple tree? That means spring is on its way. It's coming. Mother Bear loved the small twig with a bud. She put it in water, and behold, the bud opened. It's saying hello to spring, said Little Bear. Yes, laughed Mother Bear, and she kissed the little bud. Do you think she kissed her little bear too? I think she kissed her little bear. And if I could, I would kiss you. I love you. Bye-bye.